Today we're at the Aveda Institute and Academy, where I train people how to cut hair. And my student today is my friend Charlotte, who you've seen in other videos, and she's brought her son Liam. And I'm gonna show her how to cut Liam's hair, which is short, but we're only gonna be using scissors. For cutting Liam's hair, these are the tools that we're gonna need. So Liam, do you wanna point to the scissors? So scissors, and then we need a comb, and some sectioning clips, and a blow dryer, and a diffuser. So that's to make sure that your curls look really nice and curly, and a little bit of hair product today. Now that we know what tools we need to use, we want to make sure that Liam's hair is prepped for a haircut. So Charlotte, you went ahead and Liam's hair is clean, it's dry, and just a natural air dry. Why you want the hair to be naturally dry is so that you can see where some of the curl is tighter and also where the curl is looser. Because if you cut the length of the curl at the front very short, it's gonna shrink up even more and it's gonna look too short on him. So we wanna make sure that we're starting with his natural curl. After that, we're gonna section away the top from the sides and back. So we're just going to, where the head kind of rounds, just using your fingernail or a comb, we're gonna clip down the bottom half. And why we're doing that is because we're gonna cut the top first. And I always like to make sure that in the crown, I clip that up as well. We have the top sectioned away from the bottom, and we have these clips that are holding the hair down so that we won't cut too much at once. We're gonna start at the back where Liam's curl is a little bit straighter. So parents at home, start wherever the curl isn't as tight. From there, we're gonna imagine from the top of the head that we're going to pivot all the way around, almost like a beach ball or pie-shaped sections. So we're gonna take sort of pies like so. And I'm using big teeth on my comb so that when I'm combing this through, it's not gonna pull on Liam's hair too much. And my fingers are gonna sort of round to the head. And depending on how much length I wanna cut off, I'll think of, do I wanna have my fingers tip downward or just straight ahead? Because we wanna take a little bit more through the back, I'm gonna kind of keep my fingertips pointed down to the ground. With Liam's hair, because he has a natural curl, you're not gonna see marks in the hair the same way. If it's too hard to work with your comb and your fingers to get it really nice and even, there's nothing wrong with taking your section and then just pinching it in your hand, okay? So if I have it pinched in my hand, I'm gonna then go in and I'm gonna take off that length. And then I'm gonna kind of stop and look at it. And the advantage of looking at it dry is that's gonna be the actual length.
Right.
So for my next piece, again, thinking about that pie-shaped section, I'm gonna take half of my original piece and I'm gonna stick them together. And again, I'm gonna kind of pull that together, and where the short piece of hair is, that's where the long hair is gonna go on top. And because Liam has this nice curl, we can cut it with it sort of bound together. If you're finding it too hard to hold, you can also tie it in a hair elastic and then cut. All right, Charlotte, now you try.
All right. And then just cut along the line.
Yep, there you go. You can do it. All right, so we've cut the top, very good. Now we just need to do the bangs or the front. Liam's curl is a little bit tighter in here, so we're gonna approach the hair cutting a little bit differently. Basically, all we're gonna do is we're gonna grab each curl and we're gonna slide the scissors down each little piece of that hair. This way, you're only taking off little bits at a time, and after you've cut, you're gonna stop and look to see that you like the length.
Okay.
And because it's kind of curly and stacking on top of each other, you can even pull some pieces from the top, and you're gonna do the same thing, where you're just gonna slide your scissors down and take off little bits.
Sure.
So the top is done. Now we're just gonna go on to the sides and back. So for that, we're gonna take out the clips.
Okay.
The shortest piece that we had cut from here, we're going to then use it as a guideline to help remove any lengthen through here.
Okay.
Liam's also a little bit curlier, again, towards the bottom, but that's okay, because I think it's nice that we have this area sit a little bit shorter.
Okay.
So for that, I'm gonna section. And this time I'm thinking of it vertically, so just straight up and down. And again, if you're having a really hard time sectioning with the comb, it is okay to use your fingers. And then you're gonna see this length here. I'm gonna hold that hair in my fingers, and I'm going to get rid of all of this here. So with Liam looking down, it's also gonna be easier for us to get our fingers in here. So from the center, we've worked in the same manner all the way around to the side. The last section that we need to do are these pieces here.
Okay.
So I'm in front of Liam so that I can see how the front is going to then line up with the back section. We're going to take this piece here, which is our shortest, and we're gonna cut a diagonal to the ear. In the same way that we did the front, we're gonna do that on the side. So just taking those little pieces, and we're gonna kind of pinch and then slide. And we're gonna visually look to see that it's the length that we want the curls to sit around Liam's face. The other thing is, because he has curly hair and we've been combing it, Liam's hair looks really puffy right now, but the last step is we're gonna wet it down and style it.
Okay.